Here with Endicott football head coach Kevin DeWall, getting ready to preview this weekend's matchup against Hobart. Coach, before we do that, just take us through the MIT game last week.
It was a game that we thought could have went either way. Obviously, we gave up a couple too many big plays. They had 4 touchdowns over 55 yards, which I knew going in, and we talked about it last week, that we had to kind of control their playmakers, and unfortunately we didn't do as good of a job there as I thought we should have done, and ultimately then tried to play catch up for most of that game. And give them credit, they made plays when they needed to, and we had an opportunity to come back and find a couple ways to finish that in our favor, and we didn't. So I think it was a good learning tool for our young team. Coming off of an emotional high the week before in terms of coming back and finding a way to win at the end, and then also seeing how a couple of our plays that we didn't make cost us that game last week. So we put that one to bed on Sunday, and then obviously been focused on our next opponent this week.
Coach, just one last question about last week's game. Just talk about the team culture. It's pretty evident that the guys are going to fight until the final whistle, until the clock ends. Just talk about what that means for you, especially with a team that's so young.
Yeah, I think that was the takeaway message. I mean, obviously, each game we've gotten better in some aspects of our schemes, and I thought execution-wise we left a couple opportunities out there to maybe put that in our favor last week. But the one thing I'll say with our guys is they believe in each other, they fight hard, and as a coach, that's all we ask is controlling their attitude and effort, and they've done a good job up to this point with it. I think we all, after watching the video on Saturday and Sunday, saw last week that we maybe had some opportunities to win that game earlier and didn't make those opportunities go in our favor. So that's the takeaway message. We're proud of the way they fight. The resolve, the resiliency that they have is great, but ultimately we still have to go down and execute and do our job a little bit better than we're doing right now.
Coach, fast forward to this Saturday. Just talk about what we might expect from Hobart and then keys to victory for Endicott.
Sure. Obviously, it's a team we're very familiar with on a lot of levels. Very good team, well coached, and they've they lost their first game in a close game. They've had 2 solid victories since then. Come back with a lot of experience. This will be one of the more experienced teams we're going to face. Majority juniors and seniors, guys who've been around that program for a while. And I think you'll see the differences up front. I'm a big believer that the game is won and lost a lot of times at the point of attack, and they have a very good offensive line, defensive line that's setting things up for their playmakers on either side of the ball. So our key to victory is we're going to have to do a very good job at the point of attack, both on offense and defensive lines. And then we can't give up the big plays that we gave up last week. They have a lot of playmakers, and we're going to have to do a very good job tackling, flying to the ball, making it a collaborative team effort on the defense side of the ball.
All right, thank you, Coach, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you.